Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of SRBTV. I am your host, Kristen, and this is...
So you're the host and I'm just the
You're the other host.
I'm the co-host. I'm just the CO host. Instead of hosts, it's co-host.
We are your hosts for this episode of SRBTV. And in today's episode, we are taking a look at the season finale of Iron Fist.
Yes.
But tragically, before we start, we must bow our heads in silence
for Kyle. Now that that's done and over with.
Okay, so what has happened? Well, critics were mostly right about this show. It's good. It's good, but it's definitely at the bottom of the list.
It's slowly paced.
The biggest problem is that it is very slowly paced, and it doesn't really pick up till this, like, a little after the second half begins of the show.
Around the 6th episode or so is when it really picks up.
For you, is the 6th episode? For me,
it's about 6 or... No, I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. It's around the 6th or 7th episode is where it really picks up.
For me, it's like episode 9 or 10 where I go, okay, now it's starting to pick up. Wait, we only have a few episodes left.
No, that's what I said. That's when it really got interesting. After that, it was still slow paced until, like, again, like you said, and of course it picked back up again. It had its ups, but it also had a lot of downs, pretty much.
So, what has happened this season? What has happened? Oh, Danny got his job. Danny got what he wanted back, which was his name and his job, and the job he always wanted. Oh, but then it turns out the Hand secretly is going controlling Rand Enterprises. Word, the Beecham's father is still alive.
Yeah.
Though it's because of the Hand, and we like the freaking Ra's al Ghul's Lazarus Pit. Every time he comes back to life, it just another piece of his soul. It stays in hell.
It's just the character development was really shitty in this show.
Well, I'm just going over a recap.
Yeah, I know.
We'll probably get into that later with the overall, but then we find out that Colleen, sweet Colleen, co-daughter of the dragons.
Oh yeah.
She actually works for
the Hand.
For a division of the Hand.
Division.
That's around the time where it finally started picking up.
That's where it got interesting, because even she thought the Hand was like something else. You know, it's just she thought that this part of the Hand was a good part of the Hand, and so that's why I like that quote where I really like that quote from Rosario Dawson's character Claire, where she's like, okay, if they were a different type of the Hand, they could have called themselves a different body part. You know, the ear, the eye, the nose.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, which is true, because you're like, okay, could they call themselves something else than the Hand?
His friend we heard about earlier, Davos, which I think eventually becomes Scorpion.
No. He eventually becomes like the anti type of Iron Fist, where he wears.
I remember they used him once in Ultimate Spider-Man, and he was called the Scorpion.
Well, there's different iterations, but everybody knows him more as if it's like being like the anti type of.
Well, okay. Anyway,
if you look at the I'm saying is if you look at the pictures, he wears almost the same exact outfit as Danny, but it's like different colors.
Yeah, well, I understand that. No, I got that. One thing I liked, and one thing it's off is, like, after he does the dragon trial, he comes out with the tattoo, and it looks really cool. The makeup on it looks really nice. It looks like it's really embedded, but then you see flash forward versions of the symbol on his chest, and it just looks painted on. It kind of sucks. But anyways, his friend shows up, tells him, we need you back at Kunlun. You need to come back.
In a way, he says...
It wasn't even complete yet. Why did you leave? It turned out...
No. He didn't say his training was not complete. He just says pretty much you abandoned us because you were supposed to be guardian of the gate. Pretty much, the entryway. That's what it was.
Well, they brought that... The other part why I said, too, is like, he never finished his training, pretty much. Because we see in a flashback video from one of the guys in the Hand, like... This guy was supposed to have, like, 2 glowing fists. This guy was supposed to be fully trained, fully ready to fight Kunlun.
Which is really cool.
And he didn't, because we find out that he only went through all of this just to bide his time. You know, just to wait until the path to Kunlun open again and can finally go back home. Like, the whole Iron Fist thing was just a part of it, just to go. And so when he saw that Hawk in the distance, leaving Kunlun, he knew it was time to go.
Which, like I said, again, it bothers me a lot, only because it's the type of thing where it's like, it feels like now Kunlun's like another one of his enemies, you know, because they're like, oh, you betrayed us, type of thing. And to me, it's like, it really shouldn't feel that way. For me, it feels like this should be more like, this is another test that you pass, you know, that you are ready for the real world type of thing. I was hoping for to see, you know, where even if he does come back, they're like, you survived, you know, we do give you permission to leave, type of thing, you know.
Yeah, we find out more about pretty much the father of Beecham. I forgot his name. I'm just going Mr. Beecham.
Harold.
Harold, thank you. You probably saw more recently.
Worst villain I think there is so far.
We'll get into that later. There's a kind of little debate on that, but pretty much what happens is it gets to a point where he agrees to go with Danny agrees to go with the hand, pretty much just to save the Beechams.
Yes, the Beechams.
Then it gets to a point where luckily his friend and Colleen show up. They help stop him. They help stop the head of that division of the hand. Davos goes off back to Kunlun because he can't stand for the fact that Danny, because of his responsibility, is refusing to use his power. You know, his power to what he was originally supposed to, because he always wanted to be the Iron Fist over Danny. Yeah. Which makes sense. So now, apparently, the sister Beecham is in the hospital now, but Harold wants to now tie all loose ends. Says now more or less he's not connected with the hand anymore, as far as we know. Yeah. So he sets out the federal agents after both Colleen and Danny.
The DEA.
Setting him up for.
And this time it showed a little bit of a lighter side of Ward. Because Ward pretty much warns him. He texts him going, you need to get out now. Well, he helps him.
Well, because he saved his sister.
He saved his sister.
The only person Ward ever truly cares about besides himself.
It was just his sister. And pretty much he saw what Danny got himself into. And it's like he's trying to help him get out of it now. And so he's trying to help him because it's like, you know, my dad sent some people after you. You need to get out now. And it's just like, and especially when he saw what was on the back of their chest, or it says they're DEA. So it's like something's happening now.
So now they're on the lam, and they have to figure out how to clear their names as well as stop Harold once and for all.
Yeah. So let's get into this, and we'll see you guys after the episode, pretty much after the finale, and then we have one little extra surprise for you guys. You'll find out. Because they released it, you all should know what we're talking about. But like I said, we'll talk more about the overall season, first the episode, but also the overall season, what we thought, and pretty much go take it from there. So we'll see you guys right afterwards.
That's just bullcrap, man. After anything that Danny did to help get his kids back, and he throws them under the goddamn bus just so he can be head of Rand.
Sir, you can't park there. Why don't you get a watch for me?
I know for a fact that the charges against Danny are false.
Last we spoke, you seemed very much on
the mention she's in this.
Things have changed. I want to help him.
Danny made a poor decision when he attacked the DEA agents. His life is in danger. Unfortunately, I haven't had any contact with him.
Good morning, may I help you?
Good morning.
Oh shit.
Somebody brought this up. He goes from playing a guy who has a father who's a douche to playing a father who's a douche.
Is this wise? Stepping out in public?
I'm about to re-enter the world. War, the time is now.
Not John Cena. You don't get a right to say that.
Combination of same.
I didn't even know that was there.
Oh shit.
Dad, the world thinks you're dead. How are you going to explain what happened?
Oh, come on, Ward. I had 13 years to plan this out.
That's the evidence that clears Danny's name.
About the art of gene therapy and the tremendous advances we've made in cryotherapy.
Find out what evidence the DEA has against me. Figure out a way to refute it. I need to get in touch with Hallmark.
Okay. Well, maybe we should contact her directly. We don't know where the DEA's eyes are. We need a messenger.
Claire.
Yeah.
The only person I can think of is Claire.
We need messenger.
Claire. The only person near Hogarth, the Hogarths, not Hogarths, somebody else doesn't know about.
It's her first interaction.
Hey,
Yeah, this is her first interaction.
I was asked to give you something. The client needs you. $5 will get you.
Hey, Stanley!
Stanley!
Please take it. J money.
J money.
I'll take it in.
It's weird. They've been in the same show together, but they never interacted.
Right, this is the first interaction. Yeah, but there was that Stanley right there.
I found.
The third option?
Prove your innocence.
Prove your innocence.
Those documents are digital. There's a very good chance that they've been copied somewhere. Can you think of anyone who might have them?
Yeah. The one person I trust even less than Harold.
Oh no, Bakudo.
Madame Gao.
Madame Gao.
Remember, Bakudo's dead.
That's right. Well, dead.
Yeah, dead. That's why I said 2 on that episode.
No. Silent.
In fact, I tried to talk him out of it, as I thought it would draw too much unwanted attention.
She is playing mind games. She's trying to get you on her side.
The side of truth and honesty.
Who else would kill my parents?
Stop thinking like a child. Who would benefit most from the death of the Rand family?
No one.
Are you sure?
Think about that. Come on, I'm right.
Who would benefit?
Me choose, but
But what?
But what?
Harold was my father's best friend. He
He
would never.
seems to have no problem hurting you now. You're in the plane as well. Harold was diagnosed with cancer. At most, he had 2-3 years to live. We offered him the deal and he laughed at it. He set up a heroin operation in China. But when your father was about to discover all this, Harold feared that he would ruin everything.
Somehow gonna make everything okay, but it's not. She's right, Danny. You can't kill Harold.
I can. And I will.
Please, just listen. I was raised on the Bushido Code, okay? From the time I could pick up a sword, I was taught to never harm another for personal reasons. But Bakudo? I really wanted to kill Bakudo. But I'm glad that in the end it was Davos and not me. Otherwise, I'd spend the rest of my life wondering if I killed a man for the wrong reasons.
Exactly.
I think that if you kill Harold out of your own vengeance, it'll corrupt your chi. You'll never be the Iron Fist you're meant to be.
Just have 2 fists, glowing fists.
Which is why I have to kill Harold for you.
Wait, what?
Jesus! Is there a version of this where we don't kill someone? The tablet. How do we get the tablet? Ward, he texted you to warn you about the DEA, right?
Whatever your problem is with Dad, that's your problem.
Oh, come on! Your dad's a complete tool. Show her the
I
headline.
want to understand why I did what I did last night.
I don't care.
What?
That's what your dad's capable of.
Thank you! I don't know why I showed that in the first place, you know?
Why did you frame me?
I didn't.
I saw everything that you had on the Ham's drug operation. Remember? Daddy's name wasn't on any of it, so tell me the truth.
Well, the truth is I didn't show you everything.
Oh.
Well, but I didn't want to upset you. I know how much Danny means to you, so I
She doesn't believe it.
withheld.
She knows Danny.
Sure,
Danny
you
wouldn't
like
do
I
something
don't
like
like that.
Oh, look, I'm
Especially
sorry,
just
that's
coming
my
back
decision.
now.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Serve them to me now.
I can't. I gave everything to the DEA.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Information is power, right, Dad? You have been telling me that since I was a little girl, so I don't believe for a second that you didn't keep
Hey.
something for yourself.
Hey, Joy, I'm telling you the truth.
Mm-hmm. Oh god, he looks even more maniacal as a villain with that golf club in his hand.
It's me. It can't be tonight. I know what I said, but It's not just the guards outside. Dad has his own armed guards upstairs. Unless you're bulletproof, we have to wait.
What was that?
Why do you always make me do things like that?
What just happened?
Sounds like Harold found out.
When we get out of here, it's not safe.
No, the plan stays the same. We can't just leave Harold up there.
The plan was to go up if it's clear. Maybe that means something different in Kunlun, but in New York, guys with guns is the opposite of clear.
Is he dead? Looks like he's dead. Okay. I'm saying. Fuck, man. Come through the window. Dude, just come through the window behind him. So Batman-like, you know?
Colleen's already up there.
She's gonna wait for it. Oh, man.
She got the room pretty fast. Or he probably went, like you said, he went up ahead.
Yeah. Wait, we're clear. Can we just not kill anybody?
Dad, no.
Oh! I fucking called it! Oh! I fucking called it! Oh! I fucking called it! I fucking called it! Go swoop in like Batman right behind him. Fucking BAM! Damn! Damn! Grab the I think we're probably gonna grab the towel.
Safe is still open.
Don't kill him.
Don't kill him.
I
At
mean,
least wound him really
stab.
badly.
I mean, stab him.
Not even that, just wound him really badly.
Well, he can. He's.
You know what I mean, though? We'll wound him. It's not like he can heal really fast.
Nice.
That's cool. That was a weird moment there.
Daniel, like how you know what you're doing.
At least they're gonna remodel the place.
He did it.
The battle is won. I'm through with you, Harold. I've wasted too many years hating whatever it is you are. You're going to prison. Only this time, it's gonna be nowhere near as nice as the one you spent the last 13 years in.
This is the part, the hand. The other hand.
The other hand. He's like, what?
Ah, he'll be fine.
I know he'll probably like, he'll be back.
Just like have him.
No, his hand healed. That's the same hand. It healed. That's why he's like, what the heck? It healed.
Ah, man. Don't tell me that.
Yeah, that's why he looked at it like, the heck? He's not bleeding anymore. He saw the bullet little wound, but that was it.
Damn it. Ah, man. I wish we would have teased the other one. Oh, there's the hawk again.
Up to you. You are a free man.
You should come back to Rand. We can run the company together, like our father should have.
Our father should have.
I'm not really a good businessman.
This is surreal. Considering what it.
Dad, who will I blame for my failures, my weaknesses, my unhappiness?
I understand. I've spent my whole life feeling like my parents were watching over me.
I really didn't realize there was going to be so much emotional.
There's gonna be a lot of emotions going along
Let's
here.
do this.
420 blaze it.
Rand physically survived the plane crash. It seems the boy you knew died that day. The Becoming the Iron Fist changed him.
Maybe.
He destroys everything he touches. Isn't it true your world fell apart after his return?
Things changed for me.
And you know that if you have any hope of returning to your old life, he must be removed.
Removed.
Killed. I can help you with that.
Madame Gao, that's how she recruits.
I'm listening.
Davos works for that game.
Different from this.
He cut his hair too, look.
Yeah, he trimmed his hair.
You can almost smell the spirit of Ron keeps going day and night. We should get there just in time for afternoon kung fu practice. You'll love it.
Well, we'll see. Let's wait. Because remember, Luke's in prison.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's blood.
Are they monks?
Their hand.
So, well, once we come no more, then
It's gone.
whoa!
Where?
I don't know. I should have been here.
Just hit
It's
this
all my fault.
way.
Look, they got to it.
So, Kunlun's no more.
Well, he said it's gone.
It's gone. That's why I said it's gone. So I mean,
So I think what happened was
they had to close it up.
No.
Go ahead.
It's gone. I mean, look at the side of that mountain. I mean, literally, look at the side of that mountain. Does that mountain look like it was attacked? So
I don't know.
he failed to protect them. What happened? I think happened was Davos didn't want to go back to Kunlun because he was already pissed that they didn't make him Iron Fist. So the Hand got in contact with him, and now he
deal
works.
with him.
Now he works for the Hand, and they're gonna try to get Joy Meacham to help them stop, defeat, kill Danny.
Kill Danny, yeah.
So that's where that's gonna go. As far as the Defenders goes,
yes,
we'll have to wait and see. So
yeah, we don't know how that. We don't know which group they're dealing with in the Defenders. So
oh, it's the Hand, but we'll get into that later, a little later. But this finale was fine.
It was an alright finale.
I think the way they killed him officially was hilarious.
Yeah, so we're just gonna cremate your ass instead. So fully to make sure you're dead.
So overall, I think it was fine. I think overall he finally accepted,
came to terms to
his parents' fate.
Yeah.
And in the end he did right. It was a stereotypical Marvel Netflix.
It's a finale, pretty much. It was wrapping it up.
It wrapped it up and planted the seeds for another season.
For the season 2, which we hope that the first teaser for at least for the season 2, or at least poster for it, will be cool. That famous, not famous, but I consider famous. That famous shot of Iron Fist, where he's got two of them, glowing up all the way down to his arm in a way. It's like they're both glowing up like that, In a way, signs of 2, where it's like I'm ready for season 2, But I mean, that would be an awesome poster. I would post up the picture already, but no, but like you said, it was a basic finale. It was a simple. To me, it was like you said, a finale that you would see in any other the Marvel Netflix series, pretty much, and it was a typical one. It was a strong finale. It's skeptical for me to say. It was a fine. It was an all right finale. It wasn't like holy crap, that was a great finale. Again, it was just an all right finale. It's just wrapping up everything all together, leading and getting ready to try to set up for the Defenders in a way. Yeah. But also, this is also setting up for season 2. So hopefully, this also leads the attack on Kunlun. Of course, leads into most likely to the Defenders in a way.
Yeah. So overall, what did you think of the show?
I thought it was all right. Honestly, I thought it was all right. I see where they say, as a comic book lover, I could say, wow, they did. I loved how they displayed Iron Fist. They did a good job. Those stuff like that. There's certain things as a comic book lover. It's like, there are times when he kept contemplating himself, where he couldn't figure out his own character in a way. There are times when it felt like he was either against Kunlun or against the Hand, and stuff like that. And it was like they pretty much stretched it out too long to me, honestly. And there wasn't really it wasn't really like half the season was one villain and the other half was the other villain. This villain literally went on to like episode 8 or 9, and then the last few episodes when we got the other villain, pretty much Bakudo. So this didn't really follow the formula, which succeeded for the other shows in a way. And like I said, as a comic book lover, I thought the show was was good. As when it comes to just if I didn't know the character, this or that, it was just like I said again, it was just all right.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the show overall was fine. I think it's definitely the weakest of the Marvel Netflix universe shows. I think the acting was fine. The fight choreography was great. I do think that it didn't really get like really that intriguing to the later second half of the season.
Yeah, later,
which was the last
3 or 4 episodes about.
I would say 5 to 6. I'll be generous. I'll say about 5 to 6.
But it did, because compared to the other shows, they literally slammed us, going, "Hey, he's Daredevil. Hey, he's Luke Cage. Hey, this is Jessica Jones." Here, it took us a while to get to, "Hey, this is Iron Fist," type of thing. It took us a while to even get to that point compared to the other shows.
So I would say, if you enjoyed the other ones, you'll probably not. If you enjoyed the other ones, you'll probably enjoy this. Not as much as the other ones, but
not as much. No,
I think you'll still enjoy it if you're a fan of the Marvel Netflix shows.
Yeah, you'll enjoy it to where it's like, okay, this was a good series. It was good, but not as fantastic or great as the other ones that they had for Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Daredevil.
Yeah. But I think overall, still worth. I think in my opinion,
it just felt like I said. It felt like when I started noticing that it really felt like a soap opera when it first started, because it was like somebody has a coma or this or that, or they're trying to figure out who's who in a way, and it's just like it really felt like that in the beginning.
Oh yeah, I've had another big problem was they didn't resolve the fact that he shows up, they prove he's Danny, that's it.
That's it.
They did. They stretched out to 4 or 5 episodes.
Yeah, it's like they stretched it out, which they could have just done it in a couple episodes. Where that's how they could have done it in a way.
Yeah, but so
it's just
overall though, I would still recommend it only if you're a fan. Yeah. Only if you're a fan of the other Marvel Netflix shows. Yeah.
I'm still talking here.
Okay.
Let me talk. I love how they did drop in the other characters from the other shows. How they drop in, of course, the man with the impenetrable skin. And was it the Daredevil and stuff like that. But I noticed throughout the show, they always mention those two. Because since Jessica Jones, in a way, never really, she pretty much was dealing with her own personal issue.
I told you Jessica Jones gets mentioned in this. I told you earlier.
When?
We know when they're sitting down at the park, it was the Meachums, and she shows up the pictures, and she brings up the fact that...
I know that, only when she's sober. That's the only point there. But I'm talking about any other time when they mention the people that they know that is.
Well, they don't want to shoehorn it in,
Well, I know that, which I like, because it's the type of which would be interesting in the Defenders. Sorry to cut you. The only problem, what makes it interesting in the Defenders is that they're not going to expect her coming.
Yeah, like I was trying to say is the reason they didn't do that is because, like a comic book. There's everybody else is in the same universe, but you're not always going to see Iron Man show up in a Spider-Man company. You're not going to always see...
No, I'm not saying... You're making it seem like I'm saying that.
No. I'm not trying to make it seem like you're saying that. Well, I'm just saying, no. I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying overall, just that perspective I have. My own perspective. You're right. my perspective is it's just it's like any other comic book. You know, you're not always gonna have all of them show up in the same comic book sometimes, and that's fine. And I agree with you that they did smart by acknowledging them, though you kind of wish they acknowledged them a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here. I wish they would have said Jessica Jones or Luke Cage, you know.
Yeah.
But I can understand why they did it, and that's fine by me.
Now, what did you think the fighting in this series?
I already said that in my overall. I thought the fighting was fine.
I thought it was.
I thought Daredevil's was still a little bit better. I still think they did.
I think what everybody was hoping for was Daredevil type of fighting, because you have to understand he's the guy. You know, he's known as. Of course, his training is not complete, but still, he's still known as the living weapon. You know, so you're expecting these intense fights, but there are times when it didn't really felt authentic enough. There are times where it's like it was literally, no pun intended, he had to force his hand in a way pretty much to make it look like he's doing it, but the fighting did not really sell it for me. It was like, again, like you said, it was alright.
I still thought there were good fight scenes.
It was alright. I think another thing everyone was hoping for is another Daredevil thing where a hallway scene or one of those. I think the closest thing we got for that was probably just that courtyard with him and Davos. I think that was the closest thing we got to it, where they're taking on almost all of these guys. But that's what I was really hoping for.
Well, there was that scene where he's the Axe King in the hallway. I thought that was a great
that
scene.
too. I mean, that you got the hallway scenes, but it's like those extended scenes. Like I said, in Daredevil, they were very extended, pretty much going down the stairs or using that one room. But still, it's like I said, you gotta realize, I'm putting my perspective here. Like I said, for me, again, like I said, that's what a lot of fans, or even myself, were hoping for, especially when it comes to Iron Fist. But again, like I said, for me, the fighting was alright. I was hoping for it to be much, much better. I wanted to be better. But
I honestly thought the fighting was good. Yeah, it wasn't as great as the Daredevil one, but I still thought the fighting was solid. The reason they didn't hark on that a lot was because, unfortunately, they decided instead to focus more on the story instead of him. I mean, the actual fight mainly because they have to establish this character before the Defenders.
Even though they stretched it out. They stretched out the story.
Because they want to. It was stupid, but I understand what they did was they wanted to fully establish people who don't know who Iron Fist is, fully established to know who this guy is. Because not a lot of people, let's be honest, except for Ultimate Spider-Man, not a lot of people know who the fuck Iron Fist is.
Well, it's the same goes for Jessica Jones, at least. That one, they established her right away.
Well, they had. See, here's the thing. They had. I think I want to say they had more to work with, but they had a lot. Oh yeah, fuck it. Yeah, they had a lot more to work with Jessica because it was easy enough to establish that she is somebody who's already been.
Iron Fist is too.
No, here's the difference. She is damaged from the moment her family dies. She has been always damaged. Iron Fist is just accepting his parents' passing. That's all it was.
For 13 straight goddamn episodes.
Yeah, that's why I said that's what the problem was with this show.
Like I said, Iron Fist, again, is another character which, yeah, a lot of people may not know of, but he's a character that, again, has a lot to work with, just like Jessica Jones, but the only problem they did was just that they didn't put enough into it to where it's like they established certain characters or established certain things right away. It's like we had to stretch out his whole storyline all the way to episode 13 or even up to halfway through the episodes. It's like they didn't really establish that. They needed to establish that maybe in the first 1 or 2 or 3 episodes.
I already told you that's, like I said, that was a problem. They stretched out instead of just getting it over with. Things like him getting back into Rand Enterprises, him getting everybody to believe who he really is again, all that.
Yeah.
But they stretched out instead. Like I
said, there's a, for me, I see where the problem, again, like we said, as you can tell with us going back and forth here, is that there are a lot of problems with the show, and hopefully they kick it in for season 2, which I've already heard reports saying that it is, even though it was the lowest, but not lowest, but it was pretty much the most viewed of all the other shows. It was still the weakest of the shows, but it sounds like they are pushing for season 2, and I think it's just because they were too focused on the Defenders. I think that's what the problem was.
Okay.
But leading that, pretty much.
Thank you. So overall, we thought it was fine. It could have been better.
Yeah.
Leading into the next Marvel series,
The Defenders.
which is Defenders, which we got a confirmation that the show will now debut August 18th on Netflix.
Yes.
The show pretty much will debut on Netflix, and we kind of got our first teaser. Now, when I say kind of, I mean like with the Luke Cage teaser we got at the end of Daredevil season 2. Oh, the end of Jessica Jones. Was it Jessica Jones or Daredevil?
It was the end of Jessica Jones. Oh, actually no.
Daredevil season 2.
Season 2 is it? End of Daredevil season 2. Luke Cage first trailer for it.
So this is that.
First
Here
teaser.
we're now gonna take a look at the first official teaser trailer for the second teaser trailer for
first one was the first one was a teaser. This one's also a teaser, but this one of course is showing a little bit. It's probably just a certain scene or something like that. Just like they did with Luke Cage. It was more like a quick scene at the end of Daredevil. So they didn't have this at the end of Luke Cage at the end of Iron Fist, but we wanted to add this because they did release it online, but we wanted to save it up at least for our finale for Iron Fist. So here we go for Marvel's The Defenders teaser trailer. The teaser trailer 2, I think. We pretty much
take the teaser trailer 2.
So here we go.
Well, there's Luke. Matt. And that's it.
That's it. Yeah, pretty much that's it. So it looks like it maybe looked like
let's rewind a little.
Yeah, let's rewind it a little. I mean,
I got it.
I want to mute it at least.
There it goes. Midland Circle Financial. Now, what I heard was that they're like the front for the bad guy dealings going on with Sigourney Weaver's character in the show. So this is gonna be interesting. We don't get much. We get Danny, Matt,
Luke, and Jessica.
With Matt having his face covered like his original outfit from season 1.
Which means it sounds like they had a rush there probably. He didn't have his suit with him or anything like that, so he had to put something on. And it looks like they just came from taking on
because Luke once again has his bullet hole hoodie on. Jessica still looks like Jessica, and Danny, we already established,
he's tired out.
Exhausted, but has a haircut.
He has his haircut still. And like I say, he's exhausted and looks like same as Matt, where he's exhausted because he's leaning in the corner there. So I mean, and that's what it looks like. It seems like they just came from taking on a group of guys, and it's like now they're leaving. You know, it's like they got the information they needed, and now they're leaving. It's like, okay, let's go.
Yeah. So yeah, we can't wait. Like we said, August 18th, it will finally debut. As well, probably post this up. We got not only got the teaser poster for the Punisher, Punisher. It's just called Punisher.
It's just called Punisher.
But the poster confirms that will be out by the end of this year.
So that's gonna probably be fall, probably November.
So it's probably gonna be like the spring. It was Iron Fist. Summer will be the Defenders.
The end of summer will be
the Defenders.
And around mid-fall or so, it's going to be Punisher. So we'll probably get maybe either a trailer or something like that. Probably with the Defenders, maybe. Who knows? I doubt. Maybe. We don't know. At least a teaser. Because I know I think they're still filming, or they finished filming already. One or the other. But
they did finish filming.
Yeah, they finished filming, so that means they're in post-production. So most likely, who knows? We may get something at Comic-Con. Or maybe get something at pretty much, like I said,
Comic-Con. Let's just go with Comic-Con.
You know, one of those two. But, you know, these shows are getting interesting more, how they're connected with their own universe, even though people still want them to at least mention some other characters or certain events maybe.
It'll happen down the road. You gotta wait.
It's a matter of contracts and dealings and all that type of stuff.
Yeah. So, other than that, if you're new to the channel, you hit the like button. If you want to talk to us more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share around, and feel like it's just a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about stuff like this, subscribe down below or at the end of this video.
Again, just let us know what you think of this season, what you thought of this season. If you disagree or you agree with one of us or disagree with one of us, comment down below. We like hearing everybody's thoughts. I mean, a lot of people say differently than others. Some people love it. Some people are like, they agree where it's like it was an alright show, but they still enjoyed it, you know, type of stuff. Definitely comment below. Let us, if you have any other shows that you know that after watching if you're still following and watching SRB TV Presents, definitely let us know if there's any shows that you think that probably we'd be interested in.
Yeah.
Who knows? We'll maybe check out a trailer of it just to see maybe we're interested in it. I know our next one we still have to get our butts on right now at some point is a series of unfortunate events. We still got to get to that. We'll get to that at some point. We're still trying to get caught up with a lot of other videos, but until next time, though.
Until next time, which, on the next SRE TV will either be the series of unfortunate events, because we're in finale season. One of the finale episodes of one of the shows we watch.
The DC shows.
And the biggest elephant in the room for summer, E3.
Yeah, E3. Yeah, it's
because we did great on that last one. Hopefully we can change up the presence of E3 for our conference reactions, but we'll see. So, I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And we'll see you on the next exciting episode of SRB TV.
See ya!
Later.
Hey, if you want to see any of our previous videos related to this video or just watch our previous videos, just click to the side and check it out.
Also, you can also check out our other stuff besides this one, including our SRB TV stuff and much, much more.
Alright, see ya!
Later.